Welcome back to Through the Portal. It has been a minute. I'm Josh, and this is Ridge. This is the little show where we check in with the community, give you updates from the ownership team. Ridge just got back from Columbus. How was it? Generally, how was the event?
It was awesome. Yeah, it was a really fun event. Origins is always a good convention. And from an exhibitor standpoint, our booth was pretty busy and excitable most of the convention. It seemed like the attendance was a little down from last year, but I'm not for certain. But we were able to get tons of product into people's hands, new players, existing players, collectors, what have you. Everyone stopped by to see the miniatures and statues from the board game. And so there was tons and tons of people excited about that. There were, TCG fans, just general miniature fans, people that were excited about the board game, lots of D&D players that would stop by and ask how they can get them because they wanted them for their D&D play sessions. So that was pretty cool. And then, lots of demos and very, very exciting. And then flip side was the Clashground event, which was super fun to watch. Lots of high level gameplay and surprising deck lists that I don't know if anyone was ready for.
Yeah, well, I think let's dive more into the actual Clashground here in a little bit. But it was I just heard everything was great. I'm very sad I missed it. I had a great time in Vegas, and I was sad that I was traveling during this event. What else we're going to go through on this episode? We do have a lot to talk about. Per usual, it's been a while since we've recorded, so there's been a lot of updates. What else we have? We have some updates on set 4.
Yeah,
right?
So set 4, people can expect to see pre-orders open up in July. So you'll be able to see the name of the set. We'll even feature some of the artwork, talk about, the things to look forward to in the set. So we're really excited about set 4. It's always hard to stay present with the current sets and the product because you're always excited to get into people's hands. But when you're working on so many future things and you know what's coming and how good it is, it's it gets me excited to finally show off set 4.
Yeah, set 4 is really, I feel like it's true. I was going to say, we always get, we always say this is the best set ever, but it is. Everything about it is better than last set. And we said that about set 3. So I'm excited for everyone to see the upgrades. We have some exciting updates for just like I've been working on like the cards themselves to level up the design a little bit. So I think there's gonna be a lot of stuff that people are excited about.
Yeah, with each set we just learn more and more just from the production side of things. Right. And so like UV textures, foiling, like how do we optimize those things? And I think we hit our stride on set 3 and we perfected it on set 4.
Yeah.
So exciting there.
There's, again, we'll go back. I want to go back to the Clashground, but speaking of Clashground Philippines is coming up soon.
Yeah, July 6th.
Yeah, July 6th in the Philippines. Excited to see how things shake up there. Especially after the last one and just like the updates, the new set, like they were very, very strong. Everyone had the same, basically the same deck last time. I have a good feeling, especially after seeing the breakdown in Columbus, that things will not be like that again.
Well, they did a Prelude event and Lord Krung won the Prelude event.
Yeah.
So it's already, shaking up over there where Lord Krung didn't win the Clashground here, but won an Awakening event that same weekend. So obviously viable.
Yeah,
we'll see what they bring to the table.
Yeah. All right, so let's dive back into the Clashground. That was the biggest thing I was excited to see was the variety of contenders compared to last time. Last time wasn't bad for Vegas, but even compared to Vegas, so much more variety. We'll have the graphic pop up, but that was awesome to see.
Yeah, we'll have the graphic pop up so you can check my work because I don't have it in front of me. But the top 16 having Pestilence and Shaoling, Machina, Warcry, Lord Krung. I think Lord Krung, Clarity. Yeah, there were Torque. There were several that were in there. Just naming off the top of my head, but it was really diverse to see how many different types of decks there were and contenders. because in Alpha Clash, just because you run a certain contender doesn't mean that you run just everything there. So for example, the deck that won it didn't even have red. It was Machina, but no red cards.
Right.
It was blue-green, and we'll talk more about that here shortly because it was pretty cool to see. But someone was also running Torque Alpha Hunters in red and black, and so that was really cool just to see how they had built the Warcry builds.
I love the Warcry builds, especially I got Contender from the Clash kit is big.
Yes, yeah, the Buffalo from the 4-cost Buffalo from the Clash kit and the Contender were big hits.
Yeah.
People are really excited about those, and so it was.
I remember I heard Jay Crane and Ryleton talking about the early on the Warcry has some potential, and it was cool to see Jacob. Was Jacob and I think there was a couple people running Warcry, but cool to see.
Yeah,
I was excited to see what Jacob was going to come back with after doing so well in Vegas. Seems like he likes finding a unique spin on everything, and he comes with something that other people aren't really ready for.
Yeah, that's just it. It was Jacob and his teammate Eric that had the same deck, and they both made top 8.
Yeah,
with that deck. And then there was another guy, I don't know why I'm blanking on his name, but he had Warcry and it was built different than those. And then you had the Wolfpack, which was running the Machina with blue-green, so kind of Pestilence, Lyn, Haven, Bountiful Collector, so ramping. And then, of course, Coggan for green because, it's a great card. But yeah, there was a cool storyline where it was kind of like Wolfpack versus Buffalo Pack as the tournament went on. And then we got to see Michael Hamilton versus Jacob Snodgrass in the semifinals again. That's two events in a row.
Yeah.
So I just feel like that's a fun little rivalry in the making. Maybe we can anticipate seeing them in the finals or the semifinals at the next event and the event after that.
Right. And then it ended up being Wolfpack v Wolfpack, right, at the for the finals.
Yeah, it was a mirror match. A same exact deck.
Yeah.
2 teammates, Ian and Michael, both high-level competitive players.
Turns out those Wolfpack guys know what they're doing, huh?
Yeah, they know what they're doing.
They know card games, I guess.
Yes, they do. It was it was really cool to see what they built because it was really just like a open canvas of what people were going to bring on set 3, and I was surprised we didn't see as much Pestilence or as much Lord Krung. I anticipated Chao Ling because he's pretty good, but yeah, the Warcry showing was surprising.
And then I was keeping up pretty closely with the Clashground because I was free during that time, but I missed basically all of the updates from the Awakening event. So tell me about how that went.
Yeah, the Awakening event was Sunday only, so the Clashground event was 2 days, and so if you made the top 16 or top 8, you made it to the second day. I forget. I think we did top 8 on the second day because we had enough time to get to a certain point. But then anyone that didn't make it to day 2 could play in the Awakening event, and Lord Krung took the Awakening event. So overall, I think that was super fun. I know the players all had a great time, good experience. Every time we host an event with Realm, we just learn more and more. So on our side, tournament organization and things like that, we're going to continue to improve and really hit the sweet spot, hit our stride for the next Clashground and Pro Tour that are going to be coming up.
Yeah, we have those dates coming soon. We do know and want to note that we know the announcing the dates for Columbus was a little later than we wanted to, and that was just issues that were out of our control with the venue and whatever. So we want to make sure we give you guys as much heads up for these next big events that are coming up, the next Clashground as well as Pro Tour, right?
Yes. Yep. We'll put the finishing touches on and officially announce them, but you can expect the next Clashground to be in the US in October and the Pro Tour to be beginning of December.
Yep.
So nothing around Christmas time, but we're looking forward to those ones.
And they're likely on the East Coast. That's just all we can say, right?
Yeah, likely on the East Coast.
Which is we did West Coast, we did Central-ish in Ohio. Now we're trying to do this one on the East Coast.
Yep.
That's all we will say for now. All right, Ridge, what else can we talk about? We talked about the Clashground, the upcoming events. Gen Con is coming up relatively soon.
Yes, it's going to be here quick. Gen Con, we're excited for because last year we couldn't get into the event, so we weren't going to go. And then there was a little bit of confusion between Josh and I, and he had told someone that we were going to meet with that we were going to be there. So we actually bought last minute tickets. We got there.
I think we should tell them the real story.
Yeah. Okay. So we were going to meet up with TCG Player, and TCG Player asked, "Hey, are you going to be there?" Josh,
I was trying. This is early on. This is a while ago. This is right, and I was on a mission to get us on TCG Player. You're welcome, everyone. And TCG Player said, "Hey, are you guys going to be at Gen Con?" I was like, "Yeah, we're going to be at Gen Con." We weren't going to be at Gen Con, and so we last minute booked some flights and did it mainly just to meet with TCG Player. And it was still a longish road after that to get us on there, but that's what started the ball moving. So. Yeah, you're welcome.
Yeah, it was worth it because
it was a little crazy at the time.
Yeah, it was. Not only was it great for, the business side of things, getting on TCG Player, we got to meet up with friends. We grabbed dinner right when we got in. We got to meet up with Team Covenant because we had just been wanting to get together with them for a while. I think we had met up with eBay and TCG Player, and then we hit the convention hall, the gaming floor, and all that. Well, we didn't really realize how big Gen Con was. And once you just realized that, then I just said, we looked at each other like we have to be here next year. Yeah. And we've probably told this story even in the past, but there was someone in line for Lorcana or whatever. And we were like, hey, here, here's a pack. And oh, great. And then everyone behind them was like, oh, Alpha Clash, can I get a pack? And then we ended up handing out 100 packs in a row. Yeah. But so we hit the floor. We got to meet just a ton of people that knew about us, that were fans, and so made it a mission to get in there. So for this year, we've got an exhibitor booth. We'll be displaying our minis, the board game in full. We'll have it on hand.
The full playable sample.
Playable, yes. So the exhibitor booth should be kind of like a conglomerate of what Rising Empire Studios does, right? We'll have the novel. Hopefully, we'll have the new comic on hand. See if I can get at least a copy or two just rushed over. We'll have the board game, the TCG, and all that on hand. Then on the demo floor, we actually have a few tables where we're going to be doing ticketed events where they can test out, demo the TCG and the board game, and those alternate every 4 hours each day. And then at night, we're just kind of, whatever people want to play or try, we'll have it there. And then on that Sunday, we're going to do Gen Con Championships. There's nothing too crazy about it, but there's going to be a play mat as a prize for that. And it's a limited event. There's only 18 players because we couldn't get more seats. We couldn't get more tables. So that's what we got.
Yep.
So we'll be exhibitor hall, demo floor, and we'll be in something called the First Exposure Hall. And we're going to be featuring the board game only in there.
Yep. And we'll have an exclusive Gen Con promo card. This will not be like our other convention promo cards where we're handing them out like they're nothing. You have to demo the board game to receive that promo card. So this is going to be it's going to be very limited promo compared to some of our other event promos, which is cool.
Yeah. So if you're going to Gen Con, make sure that you go to the events, you get your tickets, you do that, because it's going to be great.
So we're very, very excited about Gen Con. I think if we were there just for the TCG, it would be great. But I think the fact that we're there with our board game is going to be huge. So we're excited for that.
Yeah. We're gonna start to really amplify our marketing efforts on the board game, and it kind of kicks off with Gen Con because coming in September, the Cosmic Conquest campaign is going to go live, and so knowing that Gen Con is a large tabletop gaming convention, but a lot of board gamers go to that. We had to have it on hand, had to have a demo ready. So hopefully everyone listening to this, you stop by our booth or demo tables, take it for a test drive, and I think you're going to have a great time.
For sure. Just speaking of the board game, let's give them a little bit more kind of the rundown of how that's going to look, timeline for that.
Yeah, so the board game will hit GameFound in September, and we'll announce that officially, the date very soon. But that will run for 30 days. Then we will have the pledge manager open for about 2 months. Everything will be ready to go, and then we'll hit print. And then if everything can go well, we'll fulfill it within about maybe 6 months. I'm going to give just some extra time for the manufacturing side and shipping side of things on this one compared to our other ones, which we typically fulfill within about 4 months.
Yeah.
But that's the timeline there. But we are going to have the open beta for the board game on Tabletop Simulator ready to go very soon, and we're going to announce it so everyone can play the game there.
Cool. I didn't even know that. That's great.
Yeah. It's ready to go. I've seen it. We're just, we'll announce it.
Right. Cool. What else we got? We have Creator of the Month.
Yeah, let's do
Every month we give out this little award to someone that is just being a champion of the game on social media. It's not about views or followers or anything like that. We just are looking for someone who is passionate and helps spread the word of Alpha Clash one way or another on the internet. And that this month goes to TCG Talk. Dylan has been a supporter of ours for a while and has yet to receive the award, so he'll be getting some product as well as one of our Pestilence the staff stamped promo cards. So thank you, Dylan, TCG Talk. If you're wanting to get this award and get this exclusive promo, start posting away. We appreciate everyone who supports us on online, on social media, whether it's Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, whatever it is. But want to thank all of you. So get to posting, help spread the word, the good word of Alpha Clash, and you could get a chance to get this promo and some free product.
Yeah. Yep. That's it. I think we covered everything, right?
That's it. Yeah. Let us know if you have any questions in the comments below. Subscribe if you haven't yet. And lots of things coming, as always, in the world of Alpha Clash, and we'll do our best to keep you updated. Thank you, guys.
Thank you.